Welcome back to the Travel Big channel, where we provide our tips, tricks, and suggestions for making your vacation as magical as it can be. Today we answer some of the most frequently asked questions we received upon returning from our cruise to Alaska. Like, how was your stateroom? Was the food any good? Did you enjoy the entertainment, or was it kind of cheesy? And how do you spend your time over the course of 7 days on the ship? What's it like? Our vacation this time started in the port of Seattle. Terminal 91 is located at the south end of Seattle's downtown waterfront. One of the main things that made it a little bit different was there were not very many porters, if any at all, helping people with their luggage, so we had to take care of our own belongings through security. Other than that, the process was pretty smooth and seamless, and didn't seem too crowded or chaotic as we went through. Our home away from home for this 7-day voyage was the Majestic Princess, which is a British registered Royal Class cruise ship that holds about 3,500 passengers, plus 1,300 crew, and was commissioned in 2017. When boarding the shipboard crew will encourage you to visit the buffet, but we've learned from past experience that can make for a rough first impression, so we chose to sit in the piazza, watch our safety video, and get ready for our muster drill. One of the things that we were impressed with right away was how quickly our stateroom was made available to us. This time we had a balcony mini-suite which came with all sorts of amenities, including a full-size bathtub. For those of you who have cruised before, you understand how valuable bathroom space can be, and especially so for passengers of size. The room was well kept, very clean, and well decorated. One of the questions we get asked a lot is, where do you plug in all of your gadgets and gizmos when you're on a cruise? On the Majestic, we found 3 separate electrical outlets, and if you bring an outlet extender with you, you shouldn't have much trouble fitting everything in. The balcony was average size, but we did spend a lot of time out there observing the Alaska wilderness, and it suited our needs perfectly. One small difference for us on this cruise was we did have to do the muster drill in person in addition to doing the one on the app, but then it was up to the deck and off to the sail away party as we headed north to Alaska. And now we move on to one of my favorite parts of cruising, the food. In the main dining room, the food selection every night was amazing, and the presentation and taste of that food was exquisite. Princess offers what they call the Plus and Premier packages, and when most people think these are simply as drink packages, Princess adds a substantial amount of value to go with that. Things like 2 specialty meals during our sailing, one in the Crown Grill, which is a steakhouse on board, and the other in Harmony, which is a specialty dining Chinese restaurant. One of my favorites, but we've heard now it's being phased out soon. If you're not in the mood for a full-service dining experience, you can still obtain a high-quality meal in the buffet on Deck 16. There was always a clean, well-stocked buffet full of a variety of different foods, and the service in the buffet was also very friendly as well. Another feature of the Premier package is unlimited access to room service. You may run into one of those days you just feel like staying in, and the Ocean Now program allows that food to come right to you. On the ship, there were lots of things to do. Whether you attend a live game show, listen to the strings perform outside the Crown Grill as you wait for your table, or even just dance with your loved one on the deck at sunset. The Majestic Princess offered a variety of venues that didn't seem chaotic or crowded, and lots of different live music. The Princess Theater was home to comedians, magicians, live stage shows which, in our opinion, were a little bit cheesy. On sea days, you could test your skill at learning how to line dance, or whether you could make a paper airplane that flew all the way across the room. You could also pick up some oldies trivia, which I did not do well at. And in the evenings, there are lots of different venues to be at, including an Elvis tribute show, and another gentleman on board saluting Lionel Richie. One surprising thing about this voyage was the fact that the deck was hardly ever used. Now I understand it was cold as we were heading to Alaska, but they offered blankets and other things to keep you warm, but not a lot of people seem to use those. Another unique feature of the Majestic Princess is the Seawalk. The Seawalk is located on either side of the ship and allows you the opportunity to walk over this glass walkway and look down as you're over the edge of the cruise ship. It's a pretty cool experience, but I do caution you to be careful as it makes you question your bearings and think you're going to fall one way or the other. Coming up next, our first day on shore in Ketchikan, Alaska. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're made aware of when our North to Alaska series continues. And remember, why travel small when you can go big?